Connor and Jackson predict the NFL's Wild Card Weekend games in another edition of JC Sports. The Red and Gold Show starts now. Hello, Crusaders. Welcome to the Red and Gold Show. I'm Camille Schrader, bringing you the news virtually from home. The CYO of Indianapolis recently honored Jacob Sitzman with the Spirit of Youth Award. The award is presented to teens who volunteer and perform outstanding service in their parish and the larger community. Jacob is a member of Nativity Catholic Church. Congrats, Jacob. Now, let's head over to Paola for today's Crusader Sports.
Thanks, Camille. Last night, the girls' basketball team lost a road game at Monrovia. Earlier, we talked about Jacob Sitzman receiving an award, but another student also recently received an award for doing good works. The Indiana Football Coaches Association honored Anthony Hentz with his first Good Works Award. This new award is meant to recognize players, groups, or even entire football teams who have committed themselves to serving others. Anthony earned all-conference and all-city honors as a kicker for the football team while also playing for varsity soccer. In addition to sports, Anthony is a member of the school's liturgy club and sets up and tears down for all of the school's masses. During the summer, he helps set up students' devices for the start of the school and also helps troubleshoot tech issues throughout the year as a student member of the tech team. Outside of school, he volunteers at a local food pantry and a soup kitchen. He has done all of this while also earning a 4.3 GPA. Congrats, Anthony. We're looking at a busy weekend for our winter sports teams. Tonight, the boys swimming team will compete at ICC meet at Beech Grove at 5:30 p.m. Tomorrow, the girls swimming team will also compete in the ICC meeting at Beech Grove at 10 a.m. The wrestling team will compete in a meet at Guerin at 9 a.m. The varsity girls basketball team will play at Washington at 1 p.m. The boys basketball team will play a triple header at Cardinal Ritter. Freshmen will take the court at 4:30. JV will play at 6 and varsity at 7:30. Good luck, Crusaders. There's also so much going on outside of Scecina Sports that we're running it back again this week with another edition of JC Sports.
Welcome to JC Sports. I'm Jackson.
And I'm Connor.
And I'm your host, Alyssa. Our first topic for today is Wild Card Weekend predictions.
All right, Jackson. So the first game we got is Saturday at 1, Colts at the Bills. Who you got?
I'm going to go Bills 31-17.
Whoa. All right.
I don't think the Colts are going to be able to stop Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Unless the Colts stick to the run game, but I could only see him scoring 2 touchdowns.
I'm going to go Colts with the win, the upset. I'm going to go Colts 28, Bills 21. I think the Colts run game is going to be too much against the Bills run defense, and I think our defense is – I don't think Josh Allen has seen a defense like ours this year. All right, now on to our second game, which is the Rams versus Seahawks.
I took the Seahawks in a 24-3 win.
24-3?
They have a tackle with a the Rams. They have a tackle with a torn MCL, and Jared Goff is questionable.
That's true. I'm gonna agree with you. I like the Seahawks in this game. I'm gonna go Seahawks 28, Rams 10. All right, now on to our third game on Saturday, which is, I thought you said this earlier, you're upset, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Washington football team.
I'm going 10-7 Washington.
10-7 Washington? You want a low-scoring game?
I like their D-line, and I don't think the Bucs offensive line is going to be able to stop what the football team brings. And their offense may not be great, but I think they're going to be able. I think their defense is going to score 1 touchdown, and their offense is going to move the ball enough on their last drive of the game, and they're going to hit a 52-yard field goal to win.
I think I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to go. I think Tampa Bay has too many weapons. I know Washington's D front is really good, like probably the best in the NFL. Chase Young is a stud. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Bucks 21, football team 17. I think it's gonna be a close game all through, but I think Tom Brady's gonna come through the clutch. So then now Sunday, we have our first game: the Ravens versus the Tennessee Titans. For me, I'm gonna go. I think Baltimore is one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. Lamar Jackson's finally starting to get his groove, and J.K. Dobbins is really starting to show up. I like J.K. Dobbins a lot. I think it's gonna be a really good game. I'm gonna go Ravens 35, Tennessee 32.
I went the other direction. I'm taking the Titans 21, the Ravens 17. Playoff Derrick Henry last year was unstoppable, and he's playing like it now. Not at the beginning of the season, but right now he's playing pretty well.
If you remember, me and you both are the only ones that thought Tennessee.
Me and you called it last year and fired, but I'm gonna stick with him this year. I think Derrick Henry is gonna have all 3 touchdowns, and he's gonna rush for 300 yards while Ryan Tannehill throws for about 200.
Wow. All right. Our next game is going to be a blowout to me. The 7-seed Bears versus the 2-seed Saints. For me, this isn't a question. I'm going to go Saints 35, Bears 7.
I got the Bears winning. I'm just playing, Mr. Cooley. Don't think I'm serious. I got the Saints winning 42-10.
42-10.
Alvin Kamara is going to have 6 touchdowns again, like he did against the Vikings.
All right. So now we got a tiebreaker for our last game. The Cleveland Browns versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Cleveland Browns they've had one practice in like 10 days because of COVID protocols. They're going to be without their head coach. I think they have like over 15 players on the COVID reserve list. They barely beat Pittsburgh to get in when Pittsburgh played Mason Rudolph. So I just think Pittsburgh's going to be too much to handle. But I'm happy for Cleveland that they made the playoffs in 6 years. But I'm going to go Steelers. I'm going to go Steelers 14, Browns 3.
All right. I'm a big fan of Baker Mayfield. And I think they're going to be able to pull it off. I think Big Ben's going to choke. I don't think Juju and Chase Claypool are going to have the games that they usually have. And I'm taking the Browns with a big win, 30-14.
Whoa.
I think they're going to be up. I think they're going to be up 21, about 20-21 at half. I don't think Pittsburgh's scoring in the first half. Then they're going to start to come back in the second, and then Baker's going to take off on like a 40-yard run. And
Baker's been playing really well. Baker's finally starting to produce. I liked Baker in college, but his first 2 years didn't look. But to me, is if you get drafted by the Cleveland Browns, the New York Jets, or the Chicago Bears, your career is already ruined. There's nothing it's just that team, that franchise just never works out for anybody besides back in the days.
Especially the Bears, they took Mitch Trubisky and all,
Yep. That'll do it for JC Sports. I'm Connor.
I'm Jackson.
See you guys later.
The weekend is almost here, so we'll find out if Jackson or Connor's predictions were right. That's it for sports. Now back to Camille for more news.
Thanks, Paola. The Creative Writing Club will hold its first meeting of the new year Wednesday at 3:15 p.m. Contact Miss Wetzel for a link to the team's meeting. The first book club meeting of the year will be held on January 20th, also at 3:15. Stay tuned for more info on a location inside the building for that meeting. A link for a Teams meeting will still be provided for those who aren't physically in the building on that Wednesday. Contact Miss Wetzel with any questions. That's it for today's news. Stay safe, stay connected, and give that little extra.